How soon could it happen? The National Health and Family Planning Commission says there won't be a unified nationwide timetable to start the green lights necessary for couples who want a second child. The Commission said Saturday that local governments will decide when and how to implement the new policy based on a region-specific situation. But priority will be given to older couples. The Commission has also played down fears of a sharp jump in newborn babies. A new survey reveals around 10 million couples are eligible to have a second child, of which only 60% are interested in doing so. Well, these couples will then need to fill out an application before being approved. If the two parents come from different regions, they can apply to either of their local governments. But the Commission also warns that family planning remains the state's responsibility. Those who violate that policy will be punished. Well, the changes that China is making to its economic and social policies has also generated lively discussion around the world through social media. The shift to the one-child policy has dominated chat on sites such as Weibo, Twitter and Facebook. Let's take a look at what they're saying.
China's Twitter-like social media feed Weibo is lighting up with reaction to China's change to the one-child policy, now allowing families where one spouse is an only child to have two children. This user expresses relief. We are finally qualified to have more than one child. But many users say it's too expensive to raise a second child. This user says, quote, "Now I'm thinking whether I can afford to raise more children." Another saying, we can't afford. And this user says it might cause them to look for a spouse that's an only child just to be able to have the second child. It's really good news, this user says, but I have to find an only child if I want to have two children. On Facebook, a more playful discussion between two users. Lowell Avery of New York State says, "I have a friend who used to say, 1 kid, 6 kids, either way, they take all your money." David Lebang Huang of Beijing responds, "It definitely makes sense for some families, but I'm afraid it doesn't make sense for all families." Twitter brought more questions about the impact the policy could have on the gender divide in China, where some women aborted female fetuses but gave birth to boys, resulting in more Chinese men than women. Barbara Parker tweets, "Maybe less baby girls will be killed, abandoned." But Pew researcher Gretchen Livingston cautions China's one-child policy may not have reduced fertility as much as people think. What will the two-child policy do?